But a sports complex that takes care of all, a sports city is the whole concept. Because what we've noticed is when we went to Amuru Stadium, which was built recently, we also went to Kirigiti. Kirigiti is way higher in terms of the structure, quality, everything, standards. But then the challenge of how do you maintain those facilities beyond the event is an issue. So we are trying to look at ways in which we are able to build traffic into this area. So one of them being that it should be a sports complex with a state-of-the-art Olympic-size pool, stadium, indoor arena, so we can do meetings here. We also are going to look for a children's play area, a small mall to allow, restaurant shops to allow for people to come in, so that it is, we are able to, of course, also along the way, because it's a big place. It's 139 acres of land. We are requesting for 60. I hope you can give us that 60, because we will grow it for you. We will grow it for you. As you can see through us,
the land remains there. Yes, the land remains there.
Yes, that's why we will have to. That's why we go into an MOU on how we engage with them. So, asanteni sana kwa kufika. Siku ya leo tuko na wageni kutoka national government ambao wameongozwa na head of delegation, the PS for Interior, Bwana Raymond Omolo, and he has come with a team of PSs and other senior officers in the ministries. With him are the PS Defense, Honorable Mariro, the PS Roads, PS Culture, PS Energy, the PS ICT, PS Broadcasting, PS Public Works, PS Environment. We have Director Sports. We have Director General Sports Kenya. We have the CEO of ASK, Agricultural Show of Kenya. We have the PAS, Principal Administrative Secretary, HOPS, and we have PAS Interior, amongst other officers. Also accompanying the national team is our MPs, members of parliament. We have the area MP, Mheshimiwa Mukonji. We have MP Bere South, Engineer Muriuki. We have the Senator, Senator Mundigi. We have our women rep, Honorable Njoki Njero. And then we have other officers from within the county government, the relevant departments. And the purpose for this visit, it's also just a follow-up meeting and the high delegation meeting of the top officers who are going to be very key in making sure that the 1st of June is actualized right here in Embu County, as we've been reporting to you in the past. And this is as a follow-up to the technical team that visited here. You are all aware we were here sometime in December. We had 3 visits in December, and then we had the CS Sports, Honorable Ababu Namwamba last week. He was here again, And today now we have the high-level delegation from the various ministries that have come to do a needs assessment and to agree on how we move forward, because the time is also a challenge. We have a very short time to achieve a lot, and that's why we are here. So without preempting the issue or the agenda for the day, allow me to welcome PS Omolo, there's a general agreement that we'll have to work day and night. Yeah. So there will be lighting put here so that work can happen night and day. That's the only way we'll be able to beat the deadline. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So today we've come here as the National Steering Committee for national celebrations. First, it's the first meeting that we are going to be holding in Embu County as we prepare to host the Madaraka Day that will be coming up on the 1st of June. A while back, slightly more than a month, that was when we were having the Jamhuri Day celebrations, the President directed that the next public celebrations be held in Embu County. And we've had our technical team visit here to just have a fact-finding tour. And today we've come to confirm for ourselves, particularly with regards to the preparations and the readiness to be able to host the celebrations. We have been able to go to the RC's residence, and now we are here just to have an assessment of the stadium. Now, as you can look around, you realize that literally there is nothing in terms of readiness for the celebrations. And what we will be doing within the next 4 to 4.5 months is to ensure that these grounds, the Njukiri grounds, are ready to host the national celebrations. We've had brief engagements with the ASK team, led by the chair and her team, together with the county government, on the need to have an arrangement that would allow us to renovate this facility. We are actually going to be doing a stadium from scratch, and that means a lot of work. We are looking at a stadium that can seat at least 20,000 people, a stadium that can accommodate up to 5,000 cars. So it's going to be a lot of work. But if you look at the team that I've come with, and the governor has been kind enough to take us through the list, it includes everybody from across the entire spectrum of government, whether it's roads, we have the PS in charge of roads, we have the PS in charge of transport, we have the PS in charge of defense, we have the PS in charge of culture, we have the PS in charge of ICT, we have the PS in charge of broadcasting, we have the PS in charge of works, public works, we have the PS in charge of environment and climate change, and we also have other senior government officers who have joined us as part of this team, including the Director General in charge of Sports Kenya, because then the stadium falls under that particular directorate. Now, we are going to have a lot of engagements after this, and this is our first inaugural meeting in Embu, and we are going to do several of that, up to and including the Madaraka Day celebrations. So you'll be seeing a lot of these faces here as we monitor the progress of works to ensure that Embu does a good job. Now, the theme of the Madaraka Day celebrations would be universal healthcare. And there will be a lot of engagement and interaction with our colleagues from the Ministry of Health, both at the national level and at the county level. And lastly, I want to applaud the people of Embu through your leadership, starting with Governor Cecily, who requested to host the Madaraka Day celebrations on behalf of the Embu County. And subsequently, we've also had engagements with the entire leadership of Embu County, including the host MP, Honorable Mkonji. And this shows the level of interactions and the relationship between the two levels of government, the national government and the county government. And we are going to work hand in hand to ensure that this is delivered on time, but also to address all the other challenges that we will come across as we work on this process, but also everything else around governance and around service to the people. Already going on as we speak. There are meetings that inform the actual work, the real digging and laying the ground for the stadia, but also for the other amenities that are needed. So as we speak, there is already work going on. It's only that you would not be able to physically see it, but the work is already going on. And as I've indicated, we have 4.5 months to get this delivered. So we'll be very tight on timelines, but the team that we have assembled is up to the task.
How much are you spending?
I've indicated we are going into a meeting after this, and in that meeting we'll be able to thrash out the finer details in terms of the costs that are involved, but we are going to use the relationship that we have in terms of working as one government, a multi-agency approach across all the various sectors of government, both at the national and at the county level, so that then we ensure that the cost is at a minimum. And as we do that, a lot of labor, actually, literally all the labor will come from Embu County.
Very good.
So that then we also use it to create employment, but also develop a facility that would be self-sustaining in terms of how it's run, how it's operated. So there are things that would be done whether it's raining or not. Then there are things that probably it becomes challenging when it's raining. But the bottom line, the lead time or the entirety of time that is available is 4.5 months. And we are certain that we'll be able to deliver on time.
I want to take this opportunity first to welcome all the PSs and the delegation from the national government. And I want to say thank you to His Excellency the President, because this started as an announcement and a request from our governor. Now it is becoming a reality. And it is coming with it with a lot of good things for our people in Embu County and Manyata constituency. Number one, here we will have a lot of job opportunities, which is something that our young people requires. We are hoping to harness every single job that our young people can do and our people in Embu can do. And that means that when it starts, let everybody be ready, let our young people be sober. And if you have never gotten a certificate of good conduct, it's the right time to go get it, because it's important to be ready when the opportunity comes. Number two, here it is coming with opportunities of business. This area basically has changed all of a sudden. And I want to say that Njokere was just known as a small place that hosted the ASK show. Right now it will be known as a sports city. And I think that is something that we need to celebrate. And we are looking to have Embu as a city as soon as possible. And I want to say and commend the leadership of Embu County led by Her Excellency, because we have been pushing hard. And we can see we have a very supportive government. I want to single out the Ministry of Interior led by our PS here that have always been welcoming us when we go to knock doors. And on top of that, we are looking forward to ensure that we give them 100% cooperation so that we can be able to get these things done by June. And we are also looking forward to this place even hosting, because Kenya is actually bidding to host the African Cup of Nations. We want to have African Cup of Nations being hosted here. It will be a very good thing for our sporting fraternity, and it will be good for business around here. So if you have some money and you want to buy land, now you can come this side and invest. Thank you very much.
Thank you.